Little Nas X. So how many topics we got? Okay, so in addition to Little Nas X, this will be three more topics left in total. Child, we almost doing a 4-hour show, but look, it's a lot of stuff. So y'all getting quality. You're welcome. I love y'all. But anyway, let's move on. Now, Lil Nas X thinks he deserves some of the Cowboy Carter treatment when he dropped Old Town Road. Now, in a new interview with the BBC, Nas says he was happy that artists like Beyonce and Shabuzi are being celebrated for their country fusion forays, but wishes his music was also celebrated in the country space in the same way. Now, Lil Nas and Billy Ray Cyrus took home the 2019 CMA Award for Music Event of the Year. And I think also he got shaded by the country music community because he was infiltrating. That's what you know how they feel about black people coming into a space that they started, but white folks colonized, and now y'all mad or whatever. So they said for the Montero ticket, even that triumph pales in comparison to how black artists are currently being received in the mainstream country space. Half a decade after the domination of Old Town Road, it's been half a decade already. Damn, time flies. Oh yeah, 2019, 2024. Old Town Road, black artists are making history in the genre. Now, at the top of 2024, Beyonce's smash hit Texas Hold'em became the first song by a black woman to top hot country songs, as well as the first country song by a black woman to reach #1 on the Hot 100. Moments later, following the release of Queen Bey's Cowboy Carter, the first album by a black woman to top country albums, Shabuzi's Jay Quan interpolating a bar song, Tipsy, reached #1 of the country songs, making him and Beyonce the first black artists to score back-to-back leaders in the chart's 66-year history. A bar song has since reached #3 on the Hot 100, marking Shabuzi's third appearance on the ranking in 2024, followed by his dual Cowboy Carter feature, Spaghetti, which is at #31 with Linda Martell, and Sweet Honey Buckin', which actually, I love that damn song, which is at #61. Cowboy Carter also features collaborations with several ascendant black country stars, including Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, Raina Roberts, Tiara Kennedy, and Willie Jones. Upon the release of Texas Hold'em, Billboard reported massive streaming boosts for black women in country music, ranging from Martell to Reese Palmer to K. Michelle. Now, well, I'll say this. I've been telling people that y'all need to listen to Tanner Adele and Reese Palmer. And I know K. Michelle has released some music and stuff. People was throwing shade, and we ain't gonna get into the whole thing about her and Tamar, because that's we talked about that already. But K. Michelle has also been someone who's been trying to reach in the country space for the longest of times. And I said this, people get mad over mainstream people, but I was like, you know what? Sometimes it will take somebody who's big to infiltrate a space, so that way it opens the door for the independent artists who are doing the same thing or who Beyonce was inspired by to get a little shine as well. I've been saying this for eons when it came to like Madonna doing the same thing, where she was that mainstream girl that would take things from the underground and she would bring it into the mainstream and put her own spin on it. A lot of times those artists that she was influenced by would get shine and attention and that sort of thing. And if you're a fan of an artist, that opens you up. As I've always said, Beyonce is an edutainer. It's opened the door, like when we said with Tina the other day when she went on the interview and she was like, yeah, I want people to go online and research these things that I put into the song or I put into my performance, so that way people educate themselves on what my influences were. So I love that she does that, and I love that in the music. Now, in regards of Little Nas X, I get what he's saying. In regards of that whole situation, especially, when it comes about the recognition of black artists in the country music space and how it seems to be happening or whatever. And I do wish that, it happened to him. But here's the question. If there was something that you were passionate about that you wanted to continue with, why don't you continue with that? Like if you stand 10 toes down and being like, okay, Old Town Road, now Old Town Road did break a lot of records and it got his little pushback, but it was a very successful song. And it was the song that put you on the map. The rap. And it put you on the map because he is a rapper. It put you on the map and it got you to where you are now. So now that you're successful off of that song, I would have continued to use country elements in my music. If that's something that you are passionate about and that's something you wanted to continue to do, you could do different genres of music. But if you were going to continue to be your foundation of country hip hop fusion in your music, I don't see why that you wouldn't have gotten that same kind of success. But I guess because it's Beyonce and she's paid her dues and she has done all the groundwork and she can take those risks and stuff with her career because no, there's nothing guaranteed. Then I feel like that, he could have gotten that too. But I feel like maybe people weren't really feeling Lil Nas X and giving him the same grace because the antics of what he does overshadowed the music. And no shade, but I feel like I haven't really heard any music from Lil Nas X that's really gotten me excited for the next era of whatever it is that he's doing. I'm not as excited about him releasing an album as I would like any other artist, like a Beyonce releasing a record, or the type of artist I would listen to, like a Charlie XCX or something or another. Like, there's nothing I've heard from him so far that's got me hyped for this next era. And even the first album, when I listened to it, I'm like, I just don't see all the hype. Like, I love the fact that we have a black queer artist out here making music and infiltrating the hip hop space. That's great. But I told y'all a bunch of other rappers that I listen to that are in the music space. But Little Nas X is not one of them. But that's who they keep trying to push through. Well, like I listen to Big Frida. I listen to I almost said Benny Blanco, Mickey Blanco. I listen to Mickey Blanco, who was used in Madonna's Dark Ballet. But I've been listening to him for years. He goes by so many different pronouns I can't keep up. But I would use the him pronoun for I listen to Cakes the Killer. I've listened to Fly Young Red, not Sexy Red, but Fly Young Red. Like there's been a lot of artists that I've listened to that are in a lot of these queer spaces that I listen to. Baby Mother, who's a lesbian. Yeah, there's a lot of artists and stuff that I listen to, but it's just like Lil Nas X is like, okay, the antics, in my opinion, I feel like overshadows the music. So while it's cute or whatever, that yeah, you would like that same kind of respect or that same kind of accolades or applause or whatever, applause, if all that stuff to me, it's like you're not giving what needs to be given. So it's cute or whatever, but yeah, you're not gonna be on the same level as a Beyonce. First of all, you brand new still. It's been 5 years since you only been in this career for like half a decade. Beyonce's been making music for over 2 decades. So it took her a long time to get to that point, to get the respect. And so that's what you gotta do. Like y'all been wanting this overnight success. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this story down below.